just made $22,000 in a week. Yes. So this video is going to be showing you how I made $22,000 in a week. Last video, I showed you guys how I was able to take $300 to about $12,000. And I had to show that it's a real account. And this video, I'll be doing the same. Up here is a screen record of the account I am about to explain and how I was able to trade this account. This is a different account. Over almost $3,000 was deposited, and as you can see, $22,000 is in profit. Yeah, my face was actually on the video so that you can show that it's me, and you can show that it's a real account, and show that the recording is in live time. Now, checking my phone here, I'm currently on the trade. I have to do the recording of the trade. Right now, it's currently on $2,344, meaning if this trade can go to my TP, it's a sell, taking a sell. Don't know if the camera can see, but I'm taking a sell, and the sell I'm taking on this particular trade should give me $10,000 in profit if it gets to the final TP. The aim of this account is for me to see if I can make $100,000 to $200,000 in a month. Trust me, it's felt so impossible when I started it, but now it's moving forward. Also, I have a challenge I'm currently on, which is $1,000 to $100,000 challenge. Now, before I talk about the $1,000 to $100 challenge, for the first account, which I just showed you guys in the beginning of this video, I actually always post the trade before it happens, right? I don't just take trades and just take it personally and just, show profits. No, I make sure I post the trade before it happens in order for the public to actually gain from it. And where do I post this trade? I post them on Telegram, I post them on Instagram stories, and I post them on my X account. So if you're not on any of this page, make sure you follow them. For the Instagram account, it is kingftp.fx. For the Telegram account, it's KingFTP Forex. You can search for that and take it to the account direct. And for the X account, it's KingFTP FX. So make sure you're following all these accounts in order for you to be profitable. This video is going to show you my secret on how I trade, and hopefully you learn something from it, and hopefully it makes you successful as a trader. Now, looking at the chart right here, this is a 1 hour time frame. I had to make it shrink so that you can see the back and the front of the chart. Now, looking at it over, you can see that I had to draw key levels. On the last video, I talked about key levels and how I take trade through key levels. If you've not watched the video, go back to the video, watch it. It's very educative. And yeah, on this same video, I'm still going to talk about key levels and how I took the trade to $22,000. Now, looking at this, the structure of the market is choppy. There are two main kind of structures. We have the three main kind of structures in the market. We have the bullish market structure, we have the bearish market structure, and we have the choppy market structure. The choppy market structure can also be called the range market structure. How can you determine if a market structure is choppy? All you just need to do is go to the higher time frame, okay? And as usual, I trade just one currency pair. No, not one currency pair. I trade just one commodity, which is gold. Now, let's go to the higher time frame, which is the daily time frame. The daily time frame, okay? Now, going to the daily time frame, we can see, okay? Yes. Going to the daily time frame, you can see the market's actually very choppy. And that is why majority of the time, I don't just wait till I don't just wait for long trades like 1:10, 1:15. I just focus on my 1:2, 1:3, and so far it has been good. The goal is to have a high win rate, even if the risk reward is not as much as that. Though your risk reward must be over 1:1 before I feel like you're profitable. Because if you're sticking to a 1:1 risk to reward over a long period of time and your win rate is not commensurating with your risk to reward, there's a probability that you're not going to be profitable. But if you are like me that trade 1:3 and you have 10 trades and you take 5 positive, 5 negative, it turns out that you are still going to be profitable because you have 10 outstanding RR to your side. So that means you're going to be very profitable. Now, checking gold from the beginning of this particular year, it has actually been very choppy. Yes, we had some minor movements. If I have to check it from here, you can see that around Just check the downside here. You can see around January we had some bullish momentum. Then over time, when we got to April, the momentum reduced and we started having some sales. Now we started having some ranging consolidations in the market. So how was I able to maximize the opportunity and still make profit? I now had to go back into trading key levels and key zones. Okay, how can you mark key levels and key zones? Key levels and key zones are those zones in the market that are matching over time. They are the resistance and support in the market. Okay, a resistance and support, according to some misconception, they believe that it has to be leveled. A resistance support doesn't have to be leveled. As long as price comes back to those particular zone over time, it means it's a key level. Okay, a resistance is for the top side where price gets to the top and comes back down. That's just like you being in a particular room where you throw ball up to the sky. It doesn't break the ceiling. And the support is just where price comes down, goes back, comes back, go back like that. So these levels, as long as it has been tested over a long period of time, shows to be a key level and shows that a repeated pattern can happen in the nearest future. Okay, now all this here is my chart, so let's go back to the chart. Now let me expand and go to a lower time frame. Let's go to a 1 hour time frame. Now that we've been able to establish the fact that our market structure is a choppy market structure, what we should be looking at now is how to maximize the opportunity of being in a choppy market structure. Okay, now looking at this here, I took a particular trade today and I made over $8,500. I'm going to post in the screenshot up here so you can see it. Now that's what made the whole account to go over $22,000 in profit. Now how was I able to make it? Let me explain. The last video I talked about key levels and I talked about all these trades that you saw down here, but now I'm going to be talking about the recent trade I just took today. If I'm to minimize a bit, you can see on the 1 hour time frame that we had the first touch here. Let me just draw this. We had the first touch here. We had another touch here. We had a touch right here. We had another one here. And we had another one here. And we had another one here. Now, this was so obvious that this is a strong key level. Why? Because this was a resistance level that price got to and came down, went back there, came down again, got to this point again. You had to react down before it broke it. Immediately it broke it, price came back there to retest that zone before it went up. It broke it, went back to retest it before it came down, broke it again and again. And currently, it did something, which was the fact that price got to the key level again, and this time it bounced off it. So what did I do? The first thing I did was when price got to that key level, I had to look at it. What is the cause and effect? What's the reaction of the market at that level? And that is where understanding candlestick patterns is very, very important. Now, there are many kind of candlestick patterns that you need to look out for in a market, and there are many types of confirmations that you need to look out for in a market. For example, when you see consecutive bullish candlesticks, especially on a higher time frame, like a 1 hour time frame, like maybe 3 consecutive candlesticks, it shows that that particular period or that particular zone is a high zone. But for me particularly, I don't like waiting for 3 candlesticks, because if you wait for 3 candlesticks, I believe that it has gone a lot of pips, especially when you're trading gold as a very volatile pair. So what do? I go to a lower time frame. Let's assume you go to 5-minute time frame. Now on a 5-minute time frame, you can see clearly that, sorry, let me bring this back to the trade I took. This trade could have given me as high as $52,000 because it went over 520 pips, but I am so contented with the fact that I got $8,500 off the market. Why am I contented? I'm contented because of the fact that anything would have happened, and if you look at it, when price got to my TP, it started coming down, so it was as if it was going to go against me. So what if it had actually gone against me? That means I could have lost $8,500 off from the market. Okay, so it was a very, very nice part for me to have actually closed on that level. So going to the 5 minutes, you can see reactions from the market. Now, what was the first reaction you can see? The first reaction you can see here was a change of structure. So the first thing you need to look out for is the structure of the market on a smaller time frame. Okay, so in as much as we know that price is on a key level, we don't expect price to just start bouncing off from that key level and just start going to a direction. You need other confirmation. Like I said, the first confirmation you will have look out for on a higher time frame is the candlestick confirmation. But I'm not here to talk about candlestick confirmation because that's not what I used in this particular trade. Okay, so another confirmation that you can check, and the one I used in this particular trade, I gave you $8,500, which summed the account to $22,000 for the week, was this particular setup. So checking this now, all I did was to first examine the minor market structure on the key level. What was the reaction on that particular key level? You can see price got to the key level and bounced off aggressively in a bit, but then we had a structure to the downside already. So I knew that if price wanted to come down, it's supposed to break lower than this particular one that it had formed. Now let me just draw something for you. Just mark it instead of drawing. You can see this zone here was where price was supposed to break for it to continue going down, but instead it came down here and it started giving series of bullish momentum without any bearish momentum at all. Now if I'm to zoom out, you can see that when price started coming up from here, it started going up without any bearish momentum. That just shows you that it's about to buy, and that's why I placed my entry here and it went up to my TP. So far so good. We've been having a lot of good run in the sense that we had consecutive win streaks, and that's just showing us that if you know what you're doing in the market, you can actually be profitable. Okay, that doesn't mean that there are not going to be losses. Obviously, as you can see on the screen record, there are some losses, though some of them are withdrawals. If you want to pause it, you can go back to the beginning of the video to pause it and check. Okay, but there are some losses and it's normal. Okay, especially sometimes you just feel some itch in your palm and you just want to enter the market, and that alone can cause some losses. So I hope you learned something new in this particular video. Apart from the fact that I talked about key level, I also just talked about how to take trades from key levels. Okay, and hopefully this will help you to become successful as a trader. And for those people that are limiting themselves in terms of trading, oh, I feel like trading cannot actually change my life. Oh, I feel like these people are scammers. Oh, I feel like everything is a bullshit or something, just because you're not seeing the light in the tunnel. Just calm down, okay? Take a chill breath, Make sure that you try as much as possible to follow people who are legit, who are transparent, and who are doing their dealings, okay? I recently just talked about my Telegram channel. Make sure that you join the Telegram channel. See for yourself. It's free. It's not paid, okay? Make sure that you're active. I believe if you're active enough to be, showing up every day, reading online, checking the channels, checking things around, you should be able to be profitable in a few months, okay? So learn this, backtest it, go to your drawing board, go to your trading view, go to whatever system you're using to backtest, check the key levels and check how it's going to help you. So let's hope that this particular trade gives us good profit. If it gives me $10,000, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for the best comments. I'm going to be doing a maybe $500 giveaway for the best comments under this video. So just pray that this particular trade goes well, okay? If it goes well, then I'm going to see you guys. So love you all and see you on the next video. Peace out, guys.